Good morning students. In today's class we are going to see Polynomial Standard 10 full exercise 2.2. Welcome to my channel Vinayaga Maths Class 10. So I have already uploaded all the important sums, formulas. You can subscribe my channel, it will be very useful for you all. So we have seen the sum of the sums. So the remaining full exercise we are going to discuss in my channel. Find zeros of quadratic polynomial, verify relationship between zeros and the coefficients. T square minus 15 is the given equation. T square equal to plus 15. Once it moves on to the other side, the sign will change into positive. So we are going to taking the square roots on both the sides. So T equal to, when we have square root of 15, it is either plus or minus root 15. So what all the zeros of the polynomials we have? One is plus root 15, then the other one is minus root 15. These are the zeros of the polynomial after equating this term to zeros. Now we are going to find the sum of the zeros, product of the zeros. After substituting in the formulas, we are going to verify whether the coefficients in the given equation are the same as what we got as sum and its product of its zeros. Now sum of its zeros, plus 15 and minus 15 get cancelled out, so the answer will be 0. Product of its zeros, we are going to multiply. So the formula for sum of its zero, what is the formula? Minus coefficient of x divided by the coefficient of x square, where we have to substitute and see only in this equation we are going to substitute. Minus coefficient of x, there is no coefficient of t here. Coefficient of x square is 1. So minus of 0 divided by 1, which is equal to 0. Now when we move on to whether we are getting both the sum of the zeros as well as after substituting in the formula, it got verified. Now we are going to move on to the product of its zeros. Product of its 0 is plus root 15 into minus root 15. Plus into minus is minus. Root 15 into root 15 is 15 minus 15. We are going to substitute in the formula and check. Product of its 0 formula is constant term divided by the coefficient of x square. Where we are going to substitute only in the equation, we are going to substitute. So after substituting in the equation, constant term is minus 15 and then coefficient of x square is 1. Minus 15 divided by 1, which is equal to minus 15. Whether we have got some product of its 0 as well as substituting in the formula, both the terms as minus 15. So it got verified. Now we move on to the next sum, which is 3x square minus x minus 4. First we are going to equate this term to 0. After equating it to 0, what we are getting? We are going to factorize. So when we multiply 3 into minus 4, we should get it as minus 12. When we add, we should get it as minus 1. So what all the two numbers we can take? We can take minus 4 and plus 3. When I multiply minus 4 into 3, it is minus 12. When I add minus 4 with 3, which is equal to minus 1. When I multiply, I am getting it as minus 12. So, three numbers, I am going to factorize it as minus 4 and plus 3. So, in this term, only x is common. So, taking x is common outside. So, 3x minus 4. Then taking plus 1, 3x minus 4. We should get the first term here common. Then only we can factorize it. So, what are the two terms we are getting here? X plus 1 and 3x minus 4 equal to 0. So, the zeros of the polynomial after equating it to 0, which is equal to minus 1, and then 3x equal to 4. So, x equal to, it is in multiplication here. When it moves on to the other side, it is in division. It is 4 by 3. Sum of its zeros. What will be the values we are getting? 0, minus 1 plus 4 by 3, which is equal to The denominator is 1, so multiplied by 3. So minus 3 plus 4, which is equal to 1 by 3. So what is the formula for sum of zeros? Coefficient of minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square. What is the coefficient of x square? Well, where we are going to substitute and check it, we are going to substitute in the equation and check it. So here minus coefficient of x, which is equal to minus of minus 1 divided by coefficient of x square is 3. So whether we have got both the terms as 1 by 3, yes, sum of its zeros is got verified. Now when we move on to the product of its zeros, which is equal to minus 1 into 4 by 3. What is the zeros of the polynomial? We are multiplying it, which is minus 4 by 3. What is the formula for product of its zeros? Constant term divided by the coefficient of x square. Constant term. So where we are going to substitute and check, where we are going to verify it, divided by the coefficient of x square only in the equation. In which equation? In the given question we are going to check it. So which is equal to constant term is minus 4 divided by the coefficient of x square is 3. Whether it got verified now, both the product of its zeros and after substituting in the formula we are getting the same answer. I hope this sum is very clear for you all. So all the remaining sums I uploaded in my channel. Once you subscribe my channel, you can see the content. I will be giving the links in the description box of the previous sums. It will be very useful for you all. So I have uploaded the trigonometric ratios, how we got the values with the diagram explanation. Once you subscribe my channel, you can see all the uploaded content. Now find a quadratic polynomial each with the given numbers as the sum and product of its zeros respectively. What we are going to do now? They are given with the sums and product of its zeros. So sum of the number is 1 by 4. Product of its zeros is minus 1. So we are find a quadratic polynomial. So we are going to find the quadratic polynomial. How to find? So quadratic polynomial equation I know. Sum of its zeros is 1 by 4. Product of its zeros is minus 1. What is the quadratic polynomial equation? X square minus sum of its zeros into x plus product of its zeros, which is equal to 0. It is the formula. Once you know this formula, you can substitute the values and you can get the quadratic polynomial. X square minus sum of its zeros. Instead of sum of its zeros, we are going to substitute the values in the given question. From the question, x square minus 1 by 4 of x minus 1 plus into minus 1 is minus 1. So what is the quadratic polynomial here? X square minus 1 by 4x minus 1 equal to 0. We are going to solve this equation taking out the denominator. So when LCM is 4, when it moves on to the other side, 4 into 0 is 0. 4x square divided by 1, multiplying it with 4. And then the middle term we are not going to disturb it because the denominator is 4. Then the constant term, again it got multiplied it with 4. So what is the quadratic polynomial we have got now? 4x square minus x minus 4 is the quadratic polynomial. So they have given the sums of its zeros as well as the product of its zeros. We are substituting in the quadratic polynomial equation. What is the quadratic polynomial equation? X square minus sum of its zeros into x plus product of its zeros. We are going to move on to the next subdivision. Root 2 plus 1 by 3. It is the sum of the 0 and then 1 by 3 is the product of its zeros. Now, what is the quadratic polynomial equation? X square minus sum of its zeros into x plus product of its zeros equal to 0. Instead of sum of its zeros, we are going to substitute root 2, product of its zeros 1 by 3. After substituting it, we are going to take the LCM and then we are going to remove the denominator. So, LCM is 3 now, which is multiplied with 3 both numerator and denominator. The middle term is also denominator is 1, multiplying it with 3. So what is the equation we are going to get now after simplifying it, which is equal to 3x square minus 3 root 2x plus 1 equal to 0. 0 into 3 after multiplying it will become a 0. So what is the quadratic polynomial now? 3x square minus 3 root 2x plus 1 is the quadratic polynomial. So what is the equation, quadratic polynomial equation, which is equal to x square minus sum of its zeros into x plus product of its zeros equal to 0. Once you know this formula, directly you can substitute it and you can get the quadratic polynomial. Then we move on to the next sum. 0 comma root 5. So what is the sum of its 0 here? 0. Product of its 0 is root 5. So substituting in the quadratic polynomial equation. What is the quadratic polynomial equation? X square minus sum of its zeros into x plus product of its zeros, which is equal to 0. Instead of sum of its 0, we are going to substitute 0. Product of its zeros, it is root 5. X square minus 0 plus root 5. So we can omit this 0. So what will be the quadratic polynomial now? X square plus root 5 is the quadratic polynomial. So I have uploaded real numbers. It will be useful for you. You can share it with your friends. Once you subscribe my channel, you can see all the content without missing it. Then we move on to the next sum. 1 comma 1. So sum of its zeros is 1, product of its zeros is 1. First we are its sum of its zeros, then the next one is product of its zeros. What is the quadratic polynomial equation? X square minus sum of its zeros into x plus product of its zeros equal to 0. X square minus 1 into x is x plus 1, which is equal to 0. What is the quadratic polynomial now? X square minus x plus 1 is the quadratic polynomial. Then we move on to the next sum. Minus 1 by 4 comma 1 by 4. Sum of its zeros is minus 1 by 4. Product of its zeros is plus 1 by 4. Now quadratic polynomial equation. X square minus sum of its zeros into x plus product of its zeros equal to 0. Substitute, instead of sum of its zeros, we are going to substitute minus 1 by 4. Product of its zeros, we are going to substitute 1 by 4. Now we are going to take the LCM. What is the LCM? 4. Here the denominator is 1. So multiply both the numerator and denominator with 4. So once you take this 4 to the other side, 0 into 4, which will be equal to 0. 4x square minus into minus is plus x plus 1, which is equal to 0. Now what is the quadratic polynomial? 4x square plus x plus 1 is the quadratic polynomial. Then the next one, 4 comma 1. So what is the sum of its 0 here? 4. What is the product of its 0? 1. Shall we substitute in the formula now? What is the quadratic polynomial equation? X square minus sum of its zeros into x plus product of its zeros, each is equal to 0. X square minus 4 into x plus 1 equal to 0. We have directly got the quadratic polynomial. So what is the quadratic polynomial now? X square minus 4x plus 1 is the quadratic polynomial. I hope this exercise, full exercise, is very important and useful for you all. Once you click this Vinayagar icon, you can easily subscribe my channel. So all the playlist, all the uploaded content I have given in the playlist. You can click on the notification symbol. Once you click on the notification symbol, once I upload in my channel, you can immediately get it. So please subscribe my channel, Vinayaga Maths Class 10. Thank you all.